welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be testing out a Korean foundation BB cream. So you may have heard of the brand Purito. They are a Korean skincare brand and they got a lot of hype over their SPF that was highly recommended by High-Rem Skincare. There were issues with it, so it's currently not being sold. However, from that brand, they have a lot of other great products. So today I'm going to be testing out the Purito Cica-Clearing BB Cream in shade 21 Light Beige. I actually first heard about this because of Taylor Wynn here on YouTube, and she absolutely loves it, so I thought I would give it a shot. So some of what's on the package is written in Korean, but it is EO and fragrance free. I don't know what EO means. It says it has flawless coverage and it gives you a healthy looking glow. So I've actually been testing this out for a couple of weeks now, on and off, and I'll just tell you right off the bat, I really like this, and that's why I'm making a video on it today. I want to show you how it looks on. I've taken a couple of videos throughout the day how it wears, and I really like this product, and I think more people need to know about it because it's pretty inexpensive, and it's a really good foundation that looks super natural, and you'll see in the video, but I've just been very excited about it, so I wanted to do a video on it. And I also want to state that Purito doesn't mention on the bottle or on the box that they're cruelty-free, but if you go to crueltyfreekitty.com, it says that they are truly cruelty-free. They don't test finished products or ingredients on animals, so if you're someone that only likes to buy cruelty-free, as I am trying to do, this is safe. I was actually really scared because I thought it was cruelty-free, and then when I got it, I didn't see it anywhere on the box, and I'm like, oh no, I already broke my rule, but it is. As far as the internet is telling me, it's cruelty-free, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna zoom it in a little bit more, and I'm going to be applying this with my Juno & Co. sponge. I have tried applying this with a brush, and it just, you don't get as good of coverage, and you also don't get as smooth of a canvas. So I think doing it with a sponge is specifically better, but also the Juno & Co. sponge, I was not a believer, but it is the only sponge that actually gives me more coverage than a brush. So I will have that linked below, hopefully, if I remember, if you want to try it out. All right, close enough. So I will start off by saying the downside of this is that there are only 3 or 4 shades. The lightest shade they have is light beige. But also keep in mind, this is a Korean brand, so they're not catering to all different colors. Not saying that that's acceptable, but I guess with a lot of Korean makeup, they don't typically cater to darker skin tones or like super, super light skin tones. Their shade range, from what I've experienced, is typically a lot more limited. Like in America, a lot of brands will do like 30 shades, but they'll do like 4 shades. So take that as you will. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. Now this is normally a little bit darker than I am. You can tell probably it's darker than my natural skin. I do have a little bit of self-tanner on today, so it should match up better. It's not a perfect shade match by any means, but I still really love it and think it looks amazing on. So I do have some redness and some acne. I've been like breaking out lately. I don't know if it's hormones or the mask, but it gives a good canvas to be testing out the coverage of this because it is buildable. So off the bat, it is about medium coverage. You can build it up, but I like to let it set for about a minute or 2 so it kind of dries down before adding a second layer. I'm gonna bring it down my neck. It also looks super, super dewy right off the bat. It does tone down as the foundation kind of dries down, but don't be afraid because when you first come on, put it on, it is looking super dewy. So if you have oily skin, it might be a turn off, but just give it a second and it should hopefully look better. Okay, so here is one application. I am going to build it up, but I think it just looks super, super natural and skin-like on. It doesn't look heavy, even though I used a decent amount. I feel like it still looks pretty good. It's sitting on the skin really, really well. And like in person, you can tell I'm wearing makeup, but you almost can't. It's very natural, in my opinion. It is, even though it's darker than my normal shade, right now it is lighter than my self-tanning shade, so I'm gonna have to like buff this up with some bronzer. But I think on, it looks so gorgeous. It is dewy. It looks really good around my pores and around my nose. It's not creasing anywhere as of yet. I do have some foundations that crease like right away. So I'm gonna let it sit down for a minute or two and then see if I can show you how it builds up around here. Because right now, it's gotten decent coverage covering my acne, but I think we can get better. So it's set down, and I personally think it looks less dewy, but it is still pretty dewy. So if you are someone with oily skin, you may want to set this. I would be content with this coverage, but for the sake of coverage, we're gonna try and at least cover this area up a little bit more. Okay, so it's not full coverage, but it's still a pretty nice, decent coverage that's covered up a lot of the redness. And I think it has a very healthy looking look on the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup and then show you how it looks in natural lighting right in front of a window. I am gonna do my makeup on camera, so if you wanna watch, feel free. If not, just skip ahead. Makeup is all finished. Everything blended over it pretty nicely. We forgot highlighter. We can't forget highlighter. Okay, I'm right in front of the window and I have it up close. This is how it looks. So as you can tell, it's not full coverage, but it's pretty decent coverage. And it looks beautiful on the skin. Like, it looks so glossy and smooth. It doesn't look thick or makeup-y. I think it looks super gorgeous on the skin. Like, so I'm not gonna have a full day wear test today for this, but some of the other videos that will be in this video were from like 10-hour or more wear day tests. That gloss, that smoothness. I love this foundation, this BB. It's not even technically a foundation, it's a BB cream, but I think it is just really pretty. And I will do an update later. It's around like 3 o'clock, I think, right now. So I might not have this on for like more than 6 or 7 hours, but I'll do a check-in either way. But yeah, I've tried this foundation out numerous days in a row. I've worn it to work. Wears pretty well throughout the day. It's not the best for standing up to like high heat and high activity. When I say it doesn't stand up, it just reduces the coverage. If you sweat a lot, the coverage looks a little less, but it doesn't look makeup-y or patchy or broken down. Like, it doesn't look like it's separating. So it's something you can wear. In the high heat, you just will get less coverage throughout the day as you sweat. So let's continue wearing this and then I'll give another update. I forgot to do an update last night, so I am sorry, but this is the first day that I tried it in the morning, right when I applied it. I think it looks gorgeous on. You can build it up because I had a bunch of redness around here because I have some acne, and it, like, you can still tell that the bumps are there, but it covered it up decently well for something that's just a BB cream. But it looks beautiful on. It doesn't look makeup-y, doesn't look thick or heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels good. This is a midday checkup after I've been wearing it for several hours throughout the day. This is after being outside and sweating, getting wet. It's been on for about 5 hours. This is the second day. I've already applied it and I'm at work right now showing it in natural lighting. It's looking pretty good on my skin, I think. This is how it looks after about 10 hours of wear, as well as being outside sweating for multiple hours. And I think it still looks fairly good. Less coverage, but still good. It didn't crease and look super makeup-y after being outside, which I like. This is how it looks after about 5 hours of wear during work. And this is how it looks after 10 to 12 hours of wear just being in the office, not being outside and sweating, or really putting it through any humid or extreme conditions. And I think it still looks pretty full coverage for lasting that long. Okay, I wanted to put in one more shot that shows how the foundation or BB cream looks on my natural skin without any self-tanner. So without any self-tanner, it is a pretty good shade match, or it's decent at least. It's a lot better. And I put on a very, very light coat today. I couldn't find my Juno & Co sponge, so I used a different one that like does not get as much coverage. But it's still, even though the coverage is super, super light, I think it still looks very natural on the skin, and it doesn't look makeup-y. Even though I've been sweating, it doesn't look creasing anywhere. So I do like this BB cream. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you go and check out this brand. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video.